Welcome back, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be diving into the diverse world of sexual orientations and gender identities. People who identify as LGBTQIA2S plus lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and/or gender expansive, queer and/or questioning, intersex, asexual, and two-spirit are present in all communities and have a significant positive impact on society every day. As the terminology surrounding LGBTQIA2S+ continues to grow, it is important for social workers to keep up to date in order to offer the best care possible. The goal of this video is to help social work and behavioral health professionals better support LGBTQIA2S+ people throughout their life, to continue offering the most effective treatment. Social work professionals should continue attending trainings, workshops, and learning as much pertinent information as they can. They should also advocate for initiatives, legislation, and services that affirm, support, and recognize LGBTQIA2S+ persons, families, and communities. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more informative content. Now, let's break down the acronym LGBTQIA2S+ to better understand the diverse range of sexual orientations, gender identities, and gender expressions it represents. L stands for lesbian, which refers to women who are attracted emotionally, romantically, and/or sexually to other women. G stands for gay, which was originally used to refer to men attracted emotionally, romantically, and/or sexually to other men. But it can also be used as an umbrella term for anyone attracted to the same gender. B stands for bisexual, which describes individuals who are attracted emotionally, romantically, and/or sexually to more than one gender. This includes attraction to both genders similar to their own and different genders. T stands for transgender, which refers to individuals whose gender identity differs from the sex assigned to them at birth. They may identify as a gender different from the one typically associated with their biological sex. Q stands for queer or questioning. Queer is an umbrella term that can encompass a range of non-heterosexual orientations and gender identities. Questioning refers to individuals who are exploring and questioning their own sexual orientation or gender identity. I stands for intersex, and intersex people have variations in their physical sex characteristics that do not fit typical binary notions of male or female. Intersex individuals may have differences in chromosomes, hormones, or reproductive anatomy. A stands for asexual, and asexuality refers to individuals who experience little to no sexual attraction to others. Asexual people may still experience romantic, emotional, or aesthetic attractions. 2S stands for two-spirit, and this term is often used in indigenous communities to encompass diverse gender identities and roles that can transcend the traditional male/female binary. Plus, the plus symbolizes the inclusion of other diverse identities and experiences within the LGBTQIA2S+ community. Here are some definitions of additional terms related to gender and sexual orientation. Cisgender. Cisgender refers to individuals whose gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth. For example, someone who is assigned female at birth and identifies as a woman is cisgender. The term is often used as a counterpart to transgender. Gender non-binary. Gender non-binary, also known as genderqueer or non-binary, is an umbrella term for individuals who do not exclusively identify as male or female. They may identify as both genders, neither gender, a combination of genders, or as a different gender altogether. Gender non-binary individuals may use various pronouns such as they, them, their, or a preferred name. Pansexual. Pansexual is a sexual orientation that encompasses attraction to people regardless of their gender identity or biological sex. Pansexual individuals can be attracted to people of any gender identity, including cisgender, transgender, non-binary, and others. Pansexuality emphasizes the potential for attraction beyond the binary understanding of gender. It's important to remember that language and identities can be highly personal and diverse. These definitions provide a general understanding, but individuals within these communities may have their own unique experiences and interpretations. Respecting and using individuals' self-identified terms and pronouns is crucial in creating an inclusive and affirming environment. Thank you for joining me today as we explored how social work professionals can better support and uplift the LGBTQIA2S+ community. Together, we can create inclusive spaces and foster a society that celebrates diversity and respects the unique identities of all individuals. Now, are you ready to put your knowledge to the test? I have a treat for you. I've prepared a set of practice questions that will challenge your understanding of the LGBTQIA2S+ community and its terminology. This is your chance to deepen your knowledge and take your understanding to the next level. Remember, you can pause the video at any time to answer the questions. Take your time, think it through, and when you're ready, come back to check the answers. This study session is all about you getting the most out of it, so don't rush. Let's dive in and see how much you've learned. Jamie, a social worker, is counseling a client named Alex. During the counseling session, Alex shares their experiences of being emotionally, romantically, and sexually attracted to individuals of both their own gender and different genders. They express their feelings of attraction toward a diverse range of genders. In the context of understanding Alex's sexual orientation, which term best describes the range of their attractions and experiences? A. Lesbian, B. Cisgender, C. Bisexual, D. Non-binary. C. Bisexual. Alex shares that they are attracted to individuals of both their own gender and different genders. Their experiences reflect a broad range of attractions and orientations. The term that best describes Alex's sexual orientation is bisexual. Bisexuality refers to individuals who experience emotional, romantic, and/or sexual attraction to more than one gender. It encompasses attraction to both genders, similar to their own, and different genders. It is important for social workers like Jamie to be knowledgeable and understanding of various sexual orientations to provide culturally sensitive and affirming support to clients. Michael, a social worker, is providing support to a client named Sarah who is navigating the decision of coming out as LGBTQIA2S+ to their family. Sarah expresses significant hesitation, primarily driven by the fear of potential rejection from their family members. Michael understands the importance of comprehending the client's concerns from a holistic perspective. Which of the following perspectives is Michael likely to adopt in understanding the complexity of the client's situation? A. The client should prioritize their personal happiness over familial acceptance, as living authentically is crucial for their well-being. B. The client's decision to come out should be based on societal norms and expectations to maintain social harmony. C. The client's concerns reflect the intricate dynamics of family relationships, cultural values, and the potential impact of disclosure. D. The client's hesitation is unfounded and should be challenged to encourage self-acceptance and openness. C. The client's concerns reflect the intricate dynamics of family relationships, cultural values, and the potential impact of disclosure. Michael recognizes the multidimensional nature of the client's concerns, understanding that various factors influence the decision to come out. By adopting perspective C, Michael acknowledges that the client's hesitations stem from the complex dynamics within their family, including their relationships, communication patterns, and cultural values. By understanding the intricate dynamics at play, Michael can support the client in exploring their options, addressing potential challenges, and developing coping strategies that align with their values and goals. This client-centered approach respects the client's autonomy and helps create a safe space for open dialogue while considering the potential impact on familial relationships and the broader cultural context in which they exist. In working with a client who is in the exploration stage of the coming out process and expressing a desire to further their self-discovery, which intervention might a social worker recommend to provide support and facilitate their journey? A. Encouraging participation in LGBTQIA2S+ support groups. B. Assisting the client with disclosure to family members, providing resources on sexual health and safe practices. D. Engaging in cognitive restructuring to challenge internalized homophobia. A. Encouraging participation in LGBTQIA2S+ support groups. During the exploration stage of the coming out process, individuals often seek connection, validation, and understanding from others who have had similar experiences. Encouraging participation in LGBTQIA2S+ support groups can provide a safe space for the client to share their thoughts and emotions, gain insights from others' stories, and find support and guidance as they navigate their own journey of self-discovery. This intervention fosters a sense of belonging and community, which can be crucial in the exploration and acceptance of one's sexual orientation or gender identity. A social worker is facilitating a support group for LGBTQIA2S+ youth. One of the participants identifies as gender non-binary. What does this mean? A. They identify exclusively as male. B. They identify exclusively as female. C. They do not identify with any gender. D. They identify with a different gender than male or female. D. They identify with a different gender than male or female. Gender non-binary individuals do not identify exclusively as male or female. They may experience a gender identity that falls outside of the traditional binary understanding of gender. This means that their sense of self and their understanding of their own gender may differ from societal expectations or norms. For some gender non-binary individuals, their gender identity may align with a different gender altogether. They may identify as something beyond the categories of male or female, such as genderqueer, gender fluid, or agender. This allows them to express their unique understanding of themselves and their gender identity. Other gender non-binary individuals may feel that their gender identity encompasses a combination of genders. They may identify as having aspects of both masculinity and femininity, or may feel that their gender identity fluctuates over time, embracing different gender expressions depending on the context or their own sense of self. Debbie, a social worker with several years of experience, is facilitating a weekly support group for LGBTQIA2S+ individuals at a local community center. The group, known as Rainbow Connections, is specifically designed for individuals who are attracted to the same gender. It aims to provide a safe and inclusive space where members can openly discuss their unique experiences, challenges, and triumphs related to their sexual orientation. Which term best describes the individuals in this support group? A. Lesbian. B. Gay. C. Bisexual. D. All of the above. B. Gay. Gay, originally used to refer to men attracted to other men, can also serve as an umbrella term for anyone attracted to the same gender. The demographics and specific details of the participants can vary, but the context of the support group's purpose remains the same. During a counseling session, a social worker is working with a client named Stephen. Stephen shares that they identify as pansexual. The social worker wants to better understand this term in relation to Stephen's sexual orientation. Which of the following options best describes what it means for Stephen to identify as pansexual? A. Stephen is attracted only to people of the opposite sex. B. Stephen is attracted to people regardless of their gender identity or biological sex. C. Stephen is attracted only to people of the same sex. D. Stephen is attracted only to non-binary individuals. B. Stephen is attracted to people regardless of their gender identity or biological sex. Pansexuality is a sexual orientation characterized by being attracted to individuals regardless of their gender identity or biological sex. Pansexual individuals can experience attraction to people of various gender identities, including cisgender, transgender, non-binary, and others. The term emphasizes a potential for an attraction that goes beyond the traditional binary understanding of gender. Therefore, option B is the most accurate description of what it means for Stephen to identify as pansexual. A social worker is working with a client who is in the pre-coming out stage. The client expresses confusion and self-doubt about their sexual orientation. What should be the social worker's initial response? A. Creating a safe and non-judgmental space for the client to explore their feelings. B. Encouraging immediate disclosure to family and friends. C. Providing resources on LGBTQIA2S plus history and rights. D. Assisting the client with developing a plan for integrating their LGBTQIA2S plus identity. A. Creating a safe and non-judgmental space for the client to explore their feelings. In the pre-coming out stage, individuals may experience confusion, self-doubt, and fear about their sexual orientation. It is important for social workers to establish a safe and non-judgmental environment where clients feel supported and accepted. This initial response allows the client to openly explore their feelings and navigate their journey of self-discovery at their own pace. By creating a safe and non-judgmental space, social workers can build trust with their clients and help them navigate their feelings, thoughts, and concerns. This approach allows clients to gain clarity, develop a stronger sense of self, and make informed decisions about their sexual orientation and coming out process. A social worker is conducting an intake assessment with a new client. The client identifies as a woman and was assigned a female at birth. Which term best describes the client's gender identity? A. Transgender. B. Gender non-binary. C. Cisgender. D. Genderqueer. A. Cisgender. Cisgender refers to individuals whose gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth. In this case, since the client identifies as a woman and was assigned female at birth, she aligns with the sex she was assigned and is cisgender. Jamie, a social worker, is providing support to a client named Taylor. Taylor is exploring their sexual orientation and gender identity. They express uncertainty and a desire to better understand themselves. During the counseling sessions, Taylor begins to develop strong feelings of admiration and attachment towards Jamie. They find themselves wanting to spend more time with Jamie and seeking their approval. This emotional connection has started to affect the therapeutic relationship. In this case, what is the term used to describe Taylor's experience? A. Queer. B. Gay. C. Bisexual. D. Transference. D. Transference. Transference refers to the phenomenon where a client redirects feelings and emotions, often unconscious, from past significant relationships onto the therapist or counselor. In this case, Taylor's strong feelings of admiration and attachment towards Jamie indicate the presence of transference. It is important for Jamie, as the social worker, to address and manage the transference within the therapeutic relationship to ensure the focus remains on Taylor's exploration of their sexual orientation and gender identity. Ryan, a social worker, is working with a client named Casey. During their sessions, Casey opens up about their personal journey and discloses that their gender identity does not align with the sex they were assigned at birth. They express a deep sense of disconnect and a strong identification with a gender different from the one typically associated with their biological sex. As a social worker, it is important for Ryan to understand and acknowledge Casey's gender identity. Which term best describes Casey's gender identity? A. Lesbian. B. Gay. C. Bisexual. D. Transgender. D. Transgender. Casey's disclosure of a gender identity that differs from the sex assigned at birth aligns with the definition of transgender. Transgender individuals have a gender identity that does not align with the sex assigned to them at birth. It is crucial for social workers to respect and validate the self-identified gender identity of their clients, and to provide support and understanding throughout their journey of self-discovery and affirmation. Recognizing and using appropriate terminology is an important aspect of affirming the experiences and identities of transgender individuals in social work practice. Congratulations on answering the practice questions. You're one step closer to becoming a more effective and knowledgeable social worker. I hope this video has been helpful in deepening your understanding of social work license exam questions. If you're interested in taking your studies further, I invite you to join me for a 90-minute session where we'll dive deeper into the various content areas and practical applications. When you sign up, you'll also receive my 70 Social Work Practice Exam Question ebook and my Strategies for Success activity book, both of which will help you continue your learning journey. Head over to my website, gilbertmbell.com. The link to sign up is in the description below. Or text the word study to 347-683-7923. I look forward to studying with you and helping you become the best social worker you can be. Thanks again for watching.